Most beginners think drawing is a natural talent you're born with, but it's actually a set of skills that you haven't learned yet. If you feel your progress has stalled, it's likely because you're missing some core fundamentals. Today, I'm breaking down essential lessons that took my drawing skill to the next level, that every artist needs to master. Let's dive in.
Drawing straight lines. Let's start with something simple but powerful, drawing only straight lines. You might think straight lines are basic, but they're amazing for building structure, understanding perspective, and training your hand to be precise. Grab your pencil and a sheet of paper. Focus on connecting each line confidently. In this example, I'm drawing a pear. Don't worry about mistakes. The goal is to get comfortable with deliberate strokes. Notice how straight lines help you build a framework for more complex drawings. This exercise strengthens your control and hand-eye coordination. Try varying line length and direction. It's great for understanding angles. Don't worry about making perfect drawings. Avoid hesitating mid-line. The key is confident strokes, even if they aren't perfectly straight. Mistakes are great learning moments. Once you're comfortable with straight lines, we'll take that structure and move to something a little bit more dynamic. Drawing a still life, so stick around for that one. Drawing a still life. Now that you've warmed up with straight lines, let's tackle a still life. This is where you learn to observe and translate what you see onto paper, and it's perfect for training your eye for proportion and detail. Choose a simple object, a cup, a bottle, or a fruit. I've chosen a Rubik's Cube in this example, with different levels pointing in different directions. Start by lightly sketching the overall shape. Don't rush. Notice where the edges meet, the curves, the angles, then slowly add details, shadows, and textures. Focus on observing, not copying. Still life teaches you patience, proportion, and subtlety as well. Look at negative space, the shapes between the objects. It's a game changer for accuracy. Avoid overworking areas early. Keep your lines light at first. Don't get caught up in perfection. The goal is to train your observational skills. Next, we're going to loosen up even more, drawing only using curves. It's fun, it's freeing, and it'll push your lines into a whole new expressive territory. Don't miss it. Draw using only curves. Straight lines are precise and gives the foundations for drawings, but curves are expressive. In this exercise, we'll challenge ourselves to draw only using curves, no straight lines allowed. This will make your drawings more fluid and dynamic. Pick a simple object again, like a leaf, a bottle, or in this example, I'm drawing a door key, and only use curves. Think arcs, waves, and loops. Let your hand flow. Focus on smooth motion, not control. This helps you understand the rhythm of drawing. Curves helps your hand loosen up, making future drawings more natural. Notice how your shapes become organic and alive, almost like they're moving. Avoid trying to force straight angles. The charm here with this drawing is the imperfection and the flow. Don't overthink it. Let your intuition guide your curves. Ready to really test your skills? Up next, we'll do a timed expressive drawing from 10 seconds to 1 minute and a half, where speed and expression really take center stage. So keep watching. Timed expressive drawings. Timed drawings push you to focus on essentials and train your hand to communicate quickly. We'll start with 10 seconds, then 30, 1 minute, and finally 1 minute and a half. Pick a subject and try to capture its essence as fast as you can. Don't worry about the details. Think shapes, line, gesture, and movement. Time drawings improve confidence, speed, and creativity. You'll start noticing what's essential in a drawing and what can be left out. It's great to practice gestural drawings and make your drawings feel more alive and learning to see quickly. You can also combine what you've learned in the earlier exercises, so use straight lines for structure, curves for flow, and time sketches for expression, all in one drawing. This builds versatility and confidence. Drawing from observation. Start with simple objects around your home, a mug, a shoe, a plant, a bottle. The key is to not invent or stylize. Just draw exactly what you see, not what you think you see. Look at angles, proportions, and how parts relate to each other. Use this measuring trick. Hold your pencil at arm's length, locked in place against your ear, and compare widths, heights, and angles. Build the drawing slowly, layer by layer, focusing on shapes first, then details. You can pick whatever simple object in your home. Draw every household object that you have, and it will radically improve your skill. This trains your eye to truly see objects as they are. Personally, this approach helped my drawing skill the most, more than anything. It's the foundation of accurate observation and realistic rendering. How did your observational exercise go for you? Drop me a comment below and let me know how you got on. I'd love to hear from you. And make sure you watch the next section, as this is the one exercise that can radically improve your drawing skill the most. Basic shapes and forms. Everything you draw comes from basic shapes, so triangles, circles, squares. And these turn into basic forms, cubes, cylinders, and spheres, and also cones. Instead of outlining an object directly, break it down into basic forms. For example, a mug is a cylinder with a curved handle. A chair is mostly boxes and cylinders. Understanding forms in 3D allows you to shade and render realistically. You're no longer guessing light or volume because you understand the structure beneath. Practice by drawing objects in shapes only, then gradually adding details. Mastering forms makes complex drawings and objects much more manageable. If this is helping so far, smash that like button and subscribe for even more videos in the future. The next exercise adds depth, and this is where drawings really start to feel properly three-dimensional. Measure and compare. I've got some apples here from a photo, and I want you to do is just to observe their shapes carefully. Notice the size of one apple compared to the others. Are they the same height, the same width? Take your pencil or drawing tool, hold it up, and use it as a measuring stick. Start by measuring one apple's height and compare it to the width. Then see how that relates to other apples. This is just about seeing relationships between objects. You can also use this technique for portraits. Think about facial features, your eyes, nose, mouth, and ears. They all have relationships to one another. Just like the apples, you can measure one feature and compare it to the next. For example, how wide is the nose compared to the eyes? How far apart are the eyes from each other? And if you're finding it tricky, grids can also help as well. Overlaying a grid on your reference photo and lightly drawing a corresponding grid on your page lets you break the subject into smaller, manageable sections. Coming up next, we'll dive into a skill that takes all of this even further. And once you get this, suddenly everything starts making sense. Learn perspective 1, 2, and 3 points. Perspective gives your drawings depth and realism. 1 point perspective is for straight-on views, like looking down a hallway, lines receding to a single point. 2 point perspective handles corners and angles, like a building or a table corner. 3 point adds height and drama, great for landscapes or dramatic angles. Perspective isn't just for landscapes. It completely changes the way you draw objects, portraits, and interiors. Once you grasp perspective, everything you draw feels grounded in space, and your composition gains confidence and believability. Start with boxes first to get the hang of receding lines, then apply it to other subjects. Practice your weaknesses. Beginners often stick to what's comfortable. I'm also a culprit of this. Things like hands, faces, and foreshortened angles, tricky textures that get avoided. But avoiding challenges slows your progress. Instead, deliberately practice your weak spots. Spend a few minutes on a hand from different angles, a foreshortened arm, or an object from a difficult perspective. Even short, focused sessions daily yield massive results. The goal is skill growth, not comfort, and targeting weaknesses produce the biggest leaps in ability. Negative space. Instead of drawing the object itself, observe and draw the spaces around it. For example, with a chair, look at the gaps between the legs under the seat or between the backrest and seat. This is similar to drawing upside down. It forces your brain to see shapes accurately, not just symbolically. Negative space trains your eye to judge proportion and placement correctly, instantly improving your drawings, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. Tonal drawing. Tone gives drawings form, weight, and depth. Start with simple light and dark values, not detail. Shade objects as they were spheres, observing how light hits surfaces where shadows fall. Smooth value changes bring shapes to life, reinforces your understanding of form, perspective, and observation, and make your line work more confident. In this exercise, just draw a face using 2 or 3 tones only. No outlines. ellipses of various sizes. Draw 2 parallel vertical lines. Fill the space in between them with ellipses. But here's the twist. As you move from top to bottom, transition those ellipses from circles, elongated ellipses. Now, onto our next challenge. Here, vertical lines guide you from smaller circles at the top to larger ellipses at the bottom. This exercise not only hones your ellipse drawing skills, but also reinforces your understanding of perspective. And then finally, our third exercise, this curved line represents a unique challenge, drawing ellipses and circles along a curved path. Drop a comment below. Which lesson surprised you most? Or what are you excited to try first? By the end of the next exercise, your drawing accuracy will leap to a level most artists never reach. And it's simpler than you think, so stick around. You don't want to miss it. Next up is drawing a photo upside down. Choose a simple object, a mug, a fruit, or anything else that catches your eye, and turn its reference photo upside down. By doing so, you're challenging your brain to receive shapes and lines in a new light. Drawing upside down forces you to rely on the right side of your brain, the side associated with creativity and intuition, rather than the left side, which tends to focus on logical processes. Drawing upside down is a powerful exercise for training your brain to see things differently. It helps sharpen your observational skills and encourages a deep understanding of form and structure. What's coming up next completely changed the way I plan my artworks. Even the tiniest sketches start to feel more purposeful and can feed straight into your finished pieces. Next up is taking a simple object, like a mug, and create 5 thumbnails, each roughly 2 inches squared. Experiment with different compositions and angles to see how they affect the overall feel of your drawing. Start by varying placement of the mug within the frame. Try placing it dead center in one thumbnail, then off to the side in another. Explore different angles, perhaps a top-down view in one thumbnail or a close-up view in another. Want to go even deeper? Join the Portrait Guru membership for exclusive shorts, behind-the-scenes content, and exclusive chat rooms to help improve your art with fellow gurus. It's a way to support the channel and your own artistic journey. Check out the link in the description about different membership options. Stick with me. You're about to learn techniques used by the world's greatest artists, completely free of charge, that will transform how you approach and improve your own drawings.
Study the greats. Examining the line work of master artists is a valuable exercise. Study how they balance bold, heavy lines with delicate, faint lines. Notice how they use line weight to imply depth, light, or movement. Don't just copy, analyze, and study. Think about why each line exists and how it contributes to the overall composition.
The next exercise will challenge your hand-eye coordination in a way that feels almost like a superpower once you get the hang of it. This exercise trains your hand-eye coordination by forcing you to focus on what you see rather than what you think you see. I recommend using a real-life object, but if you don't have one, you can use a photograph like I am here. You can also use a pen like I am, or you can use a pencil. The important thing is to really study the object. Don't rush it. If these drawing lessons are helping you level up, smash that like button and subscribe to the Portrait Guru. Take your time with this exercise. Slow down and concentrate on what you see. Don't worry if you need to go over the same line twice. This isn't about perfection, but about improving your accuracy. Drawing is all about truly seeing what's in front of you, not just what your brain assumes is there. Coming up, one simple adjustment will instantly make your lines cleaner, more confident, and give your drawings a professional edge. Hesitant, scratchy lines, or what a lot of artists call hairy lines. This is another trap that you need to avoid. Repeated short strokes create a messy look and kill your confidence. Instead, practice confident, deliberate strokes. Think about those tapered lines throughout your drawing, going from soft pressure to hard pressure and vice versa. Ghost your lines first, hovering your pencil over the page and drawing dots and connecting them in a smooth motion with your whole arm, not just from your wrist. It feels awkward at first, but this builds control and produces clean, polished lines that you can integrate into your portrait drawings. Up next, an exercise that will sharpen your understanding of shapes and perspective, so your drawings finally start to click together effortlessly. Ellipses and minor axes. Now let's draw some ellipses. like stretched out circles. You see them everywhere: mugs, wheels, bowls, even heads. Start by drawing a straight line through the center of where the ellipse will go. This is your minor axis. It helps guide the ellipse and keeps it symmetrical. Now draw your ellipse around that line. Try a bunch of variations: tall, wide, tilted left or right. Keep each side balanced and remember, ghost the motion first. That means hovering your pen just above the page, rehearsing the curve before you draw it. This is a key exercise. It improves your line quality, balance, and spatial awareness. Drawing boxes in perspective. One of the fastest ways to improve is by drawing boxes. They're everywhere: phones, buildings, furniture. So mastering them will sharpen your sense of perspective and help you draw pretty much anything. Start with a T shape to represent the corner of the box. Add lines to the top, bottom, and sides. Draw through the box, so use dotted lines to understand its full structure. Use a ruler and check your perspective with a colored pen. Where are you going wrong? Learn from your mistakes. Why it works. Breaking down complex objects into simple forms trains your brain to see structure in pretty much anything. You'll start drawing faces, figures, and architecture much more easily. Do this exercise for 5 to 10 minutes. And later, I'll show you a shading technique that helps your drawings pop. Cross-contour drawing. Imagine putting X-ray goggles on and seeing the curves of an object. This is what cross-contour drawing does. Pick a basic shape and draw lines that follow its form. Try it on boxes, spheres, and organic shapes. Think in 3D. This is a game changer for realistic drawing. Draw your ellipses coming towards the viewer and also at an angle against the viewer. Why it works. It builds your ability to shade and define volume, making your drawings look more solid. Do this exercise for 10 minutes. Stick around because I'll show you a fun way to combine this exercise with hatching for even more depth. Mark making techniques. Strong drawings rely on good mark making. Let's explore different textures and shading styles. Cross hatching. Layer lines in different directions. Tapered strokes. Start with pressure, then fade out. Scribbles. Experiment with light, medium, and dark tones. Why this works. It expands your visual language and makes your art more expressive, helping you shade and render like a pro. Do this for 3 to 5 minutes. And in a moment, I'll share my go-to shading technique that instantly adds realism. Drawing with limited tones. Less is more. Limiting yourself to a few values forces smarter choices. Draw a rectangle and divide it into 5 sections. Shade each from darkest to lightest. Use different pencils or pen tips for variation. Why this works? Because understanding values is essential for creating depth, contrast, and focal points. Remember, fewer tones equals stronger drawings. Do this for 5 to 10 minutes. Enjoying these exercises, hit that like button and hit subscribe for even more content in the future. Let me know what you think about this video and these exercises in the comments section below. What's your biggest challenge in drawing? Gesture drawing. Do you want your sketches to feel more alive? Gesture drawing is key. Use C, S, and I strokes to capture movement. Focus on flow, not details. Try drawing people, animals, or even objects. Why this works? It forces you to think fast and draw with energy. Don't get so caught up with the details and just think about the flow, the movement, and the energy that the subject provides. Do this for 5 minutes. Try a 30-second, a 1 minute, or 3-minute sketches. Just experiment and have fun. If you enjoyed this video, I recommend you check out this video coming up. Thanks guys, and see you on the next video.